video this week. We can use a dot plot to understand data. So data is when we have variability in numbers, when we have a set of numbers, and it gets confusing when there's a whole lot of numbers. When we're going to work on these right now, there's going to be a few, but the reality is we live in a world with billions of people. We live in a town with hundreds of thousands of people. There are hundreds of kids at our school. We have data in large sets. We need to be able to understand those numbers, those values, in a way that we can wrap our minds around. So one of the ways we do that is using a dot plot. Let's take a data set like we did last time with the scores on our quiz. Alright, so we have a group of scores from our quiz from last week. Let's arrange those into a dot plot. So a dot plot means we are going to draw a number line, looks like a number line, and put each of the values on our number line. So what are the values from? Yeah, they go from 1 to what? To 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have 7 values here in our quiz. How many ones are there? Well, we've got 1 here, so I'm going to put a little dot right there. Are there any more ones? Yep, we've got another 1, and we're going to put another dot. We're done with 1s. We're going to move on to 2. So how many 2s? We've got no 2s. We've got 1 right here, so we're going to cross that off and put a dot. Alright, we're done with 2s. We're going to move on to 3s. We've got a 3 here. We're going to put a dot there. We've got another 3 here. Put a dot there. And another 3 here. We're going to put a dot right there. We've got 3 3s. Alright, how many 4s do we have? We've got 1 4. 1 4. We're going to cross that off. And we've got another 4. Another 4. And we crossed that off. How many 5s do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3 5s. 1, 2, 3 with a score of 5. How many 6s do we have? We've got a 1, 2, and that is it. 1, 2 6s. And we have 1, 2, 3 7s. 1, 2, 3 with a score of 7. Now this makes, when we've got a dot plot, then it makes it easier to understand some of our information. So if I were to have a question like this. How many students scored more than 4 points? Well, I can just look at 4 right here, and I know that everybody above 4 is the ones that scored more than 4 points. So I've got 3 plus 2 plus 3, I've got 8 students, so I would just say 8 is my answer. And because I have the dot plot there, it makes it easy and quick to get a visual. I can kind of visualize what's going on with these questions. If I had a question of how many students scored less than 4, I'm looking down here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 scored less than 4. How many scored 7 points? I can look at it quick. 3 students scored 7 points. When I've got this visualization, then I can understand this data. I can get my mind around a larger group of data. Let's get on it on Khan Academy. Keep on working on it until you can get at least one question right.